Hey baby, welcome to another late night Q&A with cocktails. That's right, we will be answering your questions with answers.
Whoa.
Think about that. We'll be answering your questions that you've submitted while we drink yummy drinkies and eat yummy yummies. We're gonna start with a light drink while we answer your questions that are light. Then we will move on to a more deeper, sippier drink while we answer your more challenging questions. With me today is Ian.
Please clap.
Please clap.
Please clap.
And V. Angela.
Please clap.
And Shayne.
Please clap. Please.
Guys, are you excited to answer some questions today?
I'm so excited. I've always wanted to be on the show.
I've never answered a question truthfully in my life. So.
We know that about you.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be on the show again.
Well, that's good, because this is the second time we did it. I'm going to place these right here, because these are our questions. And then I'm going to go get our first round of drinkies.
Is our yeet bucket here or here?
You won't be needing a yeet bucket.
Can we eat this food now?
Do you want to see this really cool transition to the bar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Good, sure?
Is he gonna
If
disintegrate?
you stand up and your pants are off, I'll laugh so
Are you
hard.
gonna do like a Star Trek? Are you gonna do like a Star Trek thing? Where you just...
No, I kind of just twirl over there.
Okay.
Okay.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Hi, welcome to my bar. Let me get you some beer.
No!
Today we are having French 75s with a twist. That's gin, lemon, simple syrup, and a little bit of champagne on the top. But my twist that I wanted to try is Basil Simple syrup, which I think has turned these gray. Here we go.
I've never had a French 75.
Well, you're having a weird one this time. Oh, look at this. Wow. Ooh, he pours the champagne into the cup. Oh, and it's brought some of the color back. Whoa, is that changing colors?
It kind of looked like it changed colors a little bit.
Am I really cool?
Whoa, magic.
Okay,
Oh, this is so fun.
And now you have to carry it over here.
I don't have a steady hand, so I'm gonna do them 2 by 2.
Okay.
I can't even, if I pull a glass to my mouth like this, my hand starts shaking, and I don't know what that is. I've never asked a doctor. Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow.
Okay, everyone, cheers. Smosh 2025.
Smosh 2025! Happy 20 years, everybody.
years. Oh my
Wow,
God.
that's actually crazy. You're old. That's crazy.
Okay.
Ooh, that's nice. It's
Delightful.
interesting. Yeah.
Just like
Do you guys
if
know?
water was flavored champagne.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty neutral.
Do you guys know why it's called the French 75?
No.
No.
I would assume it was made by the French in 1775.
If only.
Damn.
No, I think it's something to do with. Okay, so I guess I don't fully know it for sure, but I think it's based off of. There was an artillery cannon called the 75, and they said it hits like a 75.
Whoa,
Wow.
cool.
Yeah,
This
but I
is
wouldn't
so
say
good.
it does. It doesn't.
Very light.
No.
It doesn't like
No,
punch you.
It's a very light, it's like a Bellini, but mad at you, kind of, you know? That's great. All right, it is the 20th anniversary of Smosh, which is crazy, and I think that some of these questions are probably gonna be about our 20th anniversary. So get your mind in that spot. Do we guys wanna answer our first questions?
I'm ready.
I'm so
You
excited.
can eat
Can I? Okay, I was gonna ask
can
a
eat
question
now.
first. Can I eat that cheese?
You can eat that, cheese.
that cheese.
Can I eat that cheese?
Hello, yeah.
Just
cheese.
Just
I
grabbed
often,
it.
with a cheese plate, I start off by just eating the cheese straight
Oh.
so that I can get it. I'm like, this is the
gotta know-
flavor I'm working with.
Yeah.
And then I
yeah.
start combining it with things.
I don't like cheese in other stuff, but I love a cheese just hanging
really?
out with a charcut. Okay, our first question comes from Queenie of Wonderland. You know them. What does the day-to-day look like during a non-shoot week for the members of the cast? I'm curious for those that aren't editing/producing videos, what they do in the office when they aren't shooting videos. Did you get those words? Because I don't
Yeah,
think I
Totally
Yeah,
understand.
okay,
great. Yep.
I feel like this is very different for
Hey, I was gonna
three
say,
of
all of
us.
us. Yeah.
That's an interesting question to ask all three of
Because
us.
I also feel like you both have like other real jobs,
Right.
whereas I feel like on non-shoot days, I'm like, we'll see what's in the cards for me today.
Well, because you're like you do a lot of like work on the podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, Smosh Mouth has definitely given me a lot of work to do. Otherwise, I feel like I make myself busy. Like I want to find things to help out with. But it is funny that my day is either like a 12-hour nonstop crazy day, or it's extremely chill sometimes.
That's so real.
It's really strange.
It's the balance of life, but like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I am a perfectionist, like workaholic, so off days are often like much harder for me mentally. And I feel more exhausted if
I'm
I
the same
don't
way.
have a ton of work to do. Because I feel worthwhile when I'm really busy.
I'm the exact same way. I was like in a funk last week, and I was like, I'm gonna feel better because I have a couple days of work coming up.
Yeah.
And it just gets me back in the, yeah.
Yeah, I don't do well if I have nothing to do.
Even though work is this.
Yeah, I mean, our job is our job is silly.
I'm like, I'll feel better when I go to work.
Yeah.
When I'm not shooting, I am coming up with TikTok ideas. I am trying to find stuff for us to do. I'm sending out those emails that have the creative in them. I am writing stuff on Bit City, coming up with pitches for Bit City, writing the Bit City sketches. Like today we were shooting, then I had a window of time where I needed to help with making these cocktails, and then I had to get the email together and send that out while I was like waiting in my like gap. So anyway, I'm always doing something.
There's always something to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, we have our days where it's suddenly like urgently stuff has
Oh
to
yeah.
get done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only difference.
And then when there's not something, you usually fill it talking to somebody around the office.
It's
like
definitely-
there's always somebody sitting like in the sort of like common area, just kind of chilling. And you like walk over, you're like, hey, how are you?
Hey, what's up?
That's the most Ian answer I've ever heard in my life. That you find someone just sitting and you go, hey.
So I have a question relating to that that's personal. When I walk through the office, I walk through the office a lot because I have to move my body to get my brain to work, and I'm kind of coming up with a lot of ideas all the time. I'll pass by people in the halls often, and like first pass, I'll be like, or like,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
like second pass, third pass, at some point I'm just
Can't
like,
acknowledge them. You can't acknowledge them.
right.
I only
What do you
acknowledge-
do?
You can't say hi twice.
You can't say, and then like sometimes I'll go, like, or I'll go, or something, like
Yeah.
to like make a because I'm just like, we keep,
right
like
there with
I'm not supposed to look at you, that's crazy.
I'm
This
right there
makes
with you.
sense as someone who's not here all the time.
Right,
I'm a big hire when I'm here.
Right.
And
Yeah.
sometimes you guys are in the zone.
right.
And I
Well,
forget
it's
your
more like we don't want to like acknowledge you a second time.
copy.
It's kind of like when you-
what
it's kind of like when you sneeze twice. I'm not gonna say bless you on the
Right.
second sneeze.
God, it annoys me so much when people sneeze multiple times, and I have no right to be annoyed because they can't control it.
When people say bless you more than twice, I'm now mad at you.
You're like, curse you.
My dad
I'm like,
sneezes
fuck
like 8
you.
fucking times, and I go, bless you.
All right, shall we move on to our next question?
Do it.
Ah.
All right, thank you for answering my question, which I submitted. This is from RDDZR. You pronounce it however you want. 2024 had so many banger videos. What was a video from 2024 that, behind the scenes, Smosh was pleasantly surprised at just how well it was received?
Whoa, I love these.
I mean, I don't think we expected the clip of Angela to go viral.
That's true.
The I'm an adult clip.
Are you kidding? That's unfair. She made those. I need to calm down. Everything's fine.
Amanda.
I'm an adult.
Like even I was like watching it before it got picked up and went viral, and I was like, oh, I laughed at it, and I was like, that's a funny moment, but I didn't think like, that's gold.
Yeah.
That's gonna really get us out there.
Yeah.
But like that thing blew the frick up.
You know what it reminds me of? Because my answer, even though neither of these were technically 2024 videos, but when Spencer and I did the Chosen Trivial Pursuits, both of them.
Is it Nika wafer?
The first one and the second one, both of them, I was kind of like, as we filmed it, I was like, I'm not feeling great about this.
Yeah.
It's so weird because it's just me and Spencer hanging out, just doing it. And I'm like, I'm laughing, but I'm like, is this like,
Two inside baseball.
is this gonna do well? And then the WNBA joke that he said.
No, it was the NBA.
Oh.
I'm being told it's like the WNBA, but all dudes.
Just
It's
rushed.
so good.
And then on the second go around, I didn't think I saw the board game glow would get traction.
Oh my
and it
God.
Bro, the circle's trans. Yours is Lily Pulitzer. I saw the board game glow.
But it's just like, after both of those, I was like, I guess those will be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any Moose Master we do that does incredibly well, I don't understand. Like, I understand it after when I watch it, but in the middle of it, I never go like, this is gonna fucking go. It just feels like a lot, like a lot of yelling. So it doesn't feel to me like good stuff.
And I mean, to go back farther, the funniest thing is that Reddit stories, the original one was posted on the week of Thanksgiving because it was gonna be throwaway content.
That's crazy.
Because it was like, oh, this is a week where nobody watches, so we're gonna slot this show in that we don't think is gonna do well.
Right.
And now it's like the show. Like it's so funny. But that's Kiana. I think she knew. I think she knew it was
She's
gonna work.
known too.
Yeah.
Like I remember like years before she was like, we gotta read Reddit stories.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my
Kiana's a
gosh,
wizard.
She's a wizard.
Oh yeah. Our next question comes from Dapper Internal 7589. Question is, are there any books or movies that you wish you could watch for the first time again? Oh, I like this.
Ooh.
What a great question.
Okay,
So many.
movies, Old Boy, I mean, Usual Suspects, come on. Although they do say the F slur in it, and it's a little bit dated because of that, but
Nah.
I would kill to watch the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Okay.
oh.
OG again. Because there's a lot of those movies that I watched like as a kid.
Yeah.
So I've known them forever.
Yeah.
So I can't go back and watch that again. Oh, like if I could erase those that I've known forever, like it'd be so interesting, and I'd have to erase all the memories of it and watch the original Star Wars trilogy again. I'll never know that because I don't know when I learned that Darth Vader was Luke's father.
What?
Sorry.
Shayne.
But to be able to watch the movie and find that out
Yeah.
would be so cool.
It's a newer movie, and a bunch of people have seen it, but I'm going more that I'm assuming this is more of a recent Rex kind of a question.
Wallace and Gromit.
Wallace and Gromit, yeah, Ian. Love that dog and his eyes. I really loved The Substance. I thought it was an incredible movie.
Yeah,
it was,
dude.
but I had so much fun watching it in theaters. If I could experience that again, it was so good. Just being surrounded by people going, no, ew, whoa,
Yeah.
and like me going, it was the best. I went alone, so it was just like awesome to just experience with other people experiencing. Yeah.
My answer, I would say, is a little less about, because the content was good, but I feel like gonna talk about reality TV. In reality TV, the cringe that I am feeling now, like 6 seasons or 7 seasons into Love is Blind, I'm used to now. But the first Love is Blind, the first moment they walked out, like I remember being like, I don't know why this is my answer, but I remember just feeling like, oh my God, I've never experienced anything like this. They are not gonna love each other or whatever.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, so any type of experiment, any social experiment where you put people to do anything, I'm like, that's great. That's awesome.
Totally.
Okay, our next question from Moni's Moonchild X.
Oh.
The question is, showing love for the incredible art department. What is everyone's favorite prop / set / design / item that art has created? For real, shout out to art, we love.
Easy step.
Can I grab something off the shelf really quick? Yeah, the thing at the top left.
Did you just dab,
Yes.
dude? Holy
Yes, the mask.
shit, bro.
This is from a Let's Do This, and it is
so good.
Chance.
It's so good.
It is so
It's so f***ed up.
This episode is insane.
Yeah,
It's some of the
really
hardest I've ever laughed.
Wait, why the hand?
It took me so long to see the hand.
You guys, this might shock you, but this isn't my actual face.
What?
Yes.
It's so cursed. It's so cursed. Thank you.
Thank you.
I need to know where they got his hair.
I mean, Smosh the sitcom, it was like the Sistine Chapel of our art department.
It was
Like
unbelievable.
there was so much stuff. Like the bras under Mr. Pervert's like coffee shop.
Yeah.
Like there was so many little things.
I mean, they decorated 2 full sets. They
Like,
made
it was
2 full sets.
crazy.
It was incredible.
What's yours?
And for that, like, I would say Anthony's funeral. Also, like,
Yeah.
just that
Oh
set.
my God.
I remember just being like, this feels epic.
The pews? We were sitting in pews.
I felt
Pubes?
really,
we were sitting in pubes.
there was pubes everywhere. And I really like that they've introduced like having a big prop on Try Not to Laugh. Like the rocket was really
And the
nice.
button.
And the button.
And the dog strippers.
And the dogs,
Oh.
yeah.
I don't know if that's out yet.
Our next one, Working Tomato 2586 asks, what activities do you do in your free time that help spark your creativity or keep you inspired? Well, I know since I've been, especially like lately, I've been on like a nonstop path of like idea creation. And when I'm on that path, it's great because I'm still on it. As soon as it's a break, getting back to it is so hard.
I'm the opposite.
Really interesting.
When I take a break from creating comedy and I talk to people that aren't in comedy, Amanda gave me this advice where she was like, if you're out of characters or something, go out in the world.
Oh.
Like literally take the bus. And when you take the bus, like just do something with other people and then you go, whoa.
I think when I'm stuck, and I struggle with this, is you kind of have to let go of trying to like force something.
Right.
You have to be like, it's okay that I don't have any ideas. Because you can only be creative in a place of like fun, I feel like, or relaxation
Or
at a
boredom.
certain level. Yeah, boredom is definitely huge for me. And like sitting in that boredom, which is really a challenge because it's hard to be bored nowadays. Because you always can pull up your phone and start scrolling.
Yeah.
Right? And that'll keep your brain entertained. It may not be like fun, it may not be fulfilling, but it'll keep that reward complex going, which keeps your imagination down. And so if I really set that aside and I start like taking time for myself, then I have ideas,
Right.
but it's hard to let yourself get there.
Yeah, because just like your phone is like the ultimate enemy of like creativity in some ways,
It sure is.
where like when you're doing comedy, you know, it has to come from a place of originality. You can get inspiration, you know, watching things, but there comes a point where it stops being constructive and it's just, you're just killing time.
Right.
So I think like, yeah, I have to like start being more intentional with creating space where I'm not just, you know, scrolling Reddit.
It's also, I think, like to be an artist is to know like things change and shift, and you don't like. I don't have a process that is the same always for me.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's always gonna move, and if I think it's the same and I try to make it like methodical, then I lose it.
Yeah.
And like for me, it's like a lot of times lately, I've been noticing if I'm stuck on something that I'm trying to write or finish, and I don't want to reward myself by like hanging out with my friends. Like it's hitting Saturday and I haven't gotten everything I need to get done. And I'm like supposed to have dinner with my friends. We're supposed to like have dinner and drinks. And I don't want to do that because I haven't finished what I need to do. When I go to that dinner and drinks, I'm actually gonna figure it out. Like when I connect with people
changed your
and
setting
laugh with
and your-
people,
yeah.
and I've learned that here too. Like if I'm just talking to someone and we laugh about something, I can come up with more ideas than when I'm alone.
It's when your brain's stationary and stuck in a thing. It's like,
Yeah, but also just like for comedy specifically, it's enjoying life.
Right.
And like just like connecting.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%. All right, our last question on our light little drinky. This is from Adlam Gaming. What were your genuine reactions to Angela going viral over Christmas?
I texted her and I was like, you need to jump on this ASAP.
And that's a good f***ing boss.
Did you actually?
Yeah, I texted her. I
And
was
I
like,
was
shit.
relaxing with my family on a cruise.
yeah.
With no service?
No service. I wouldn't wish going viral on a cruise to anybody. Because you go, oh, what? Who posted it? What? It's gone.
The cruise hits port and you walk off and there's like camera crews taking photos. They're like, Angela!
They're saying Amanda. Come on, let's be real.
No, but Ian texted me right away and was like, dude, do something.
Yeah.
And I had not duetted it or whatever the f.
You were like, I don't know what to. I'm like, literally, you don't have to do anything. Just stare, just duet it and just stare at the camarea.
Yeah, he was like, just
that's-
take it and
I feel
say
like that's
to.
what Baby No Money does on like so many of his
That's
clips.
so true.
That are like, they go super, they're really popular and it's usually just him just like
Watching.
staring at the screen.
That's so true.
All right, are we ready to move on to our tougher questions and our more exciting cocktail?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Do you like this cocktail more?
I like this next cocktail more. quickly. I like this next cocktail more for sure.
Amazing.
Wow.
This is a Tommy original, next one.
Tell me OG. Tell me OG.
Let's do it.
She's gorgeous.
This is the 28th. I made it on my 28th birthday. It might have existed before, I don't know. But it is Mezcal, Ancho Reyes chili liqueur, which is like a spicy, savory chili liqueur. Lime juice, and Chambord, which is like a raspberry liqueur. And then we've got a little cherry on top. So it's a little sour, it's a little spicy, it's a little sweet, it's a little smoky. It's perfectly balanced, and it's delicious. Let's have it.
So just a bunch of liqueurs?
Well, it's Mezcal. Mezcal, 2 liqueurs, and lime.
What is liqueur?
It's,
Like I know what liqueur is, but what is liqueur?
It's a lower percentage sweetened with other stuff. Alcohol. It's still alcohol. It's just you can't call it, you can't like you don't want to do shots of it because it's like sweet and thick.
Hated 2-0 and Ian being old.
Hey, 20.
Wait.
You like it?
I love it.
That's really cool.
That is really good.
You just made this up yourself?
I certainly did make that up myself.
Certainly did.
Certainly
Really
did.
great.
It's very
4
good.
years ago, which is crazy. This is a question from Abby's Master, ABYS Master. If there were no budget restrictions or any other restrictions, what would each of your dream Smosh projects be?
Okay, with a full budget, I've said this. I think the coolest move we could make is to go off genre. I think if Smosh suddenly came out with a legit horror film, like if suddenly it was like Barbarian comes out, but it's like, oh, what's our Barbarian? Like if people are like, whoa, Smosh made a movie and it's the most intense but funny.
But we market it as a comedy, but they get into it and it's
horrific.
terrifying.
And you know,
Like
that's actually,
bodies,
this is
bodies.
actually not that insane, because Talk to Me was by some YouTubers, you know, and I think the closest genre to comedy is
100%,
horror.
100%.
Because it's timing.
They're kind of like
all
parallel, and so I think it'd be so fun to make a legitimately terrifying film.
Oh, yeah.
This is hard. Because I think what I would like is more, actually, like as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I just want to like play silly games and like short form or just like make silly stuff with you. And I don't know if that's high budget. So for a high budget, if I got to do anything I wanted,
It doesn't have to
I'd
be
probably want to
budgeted.
remake Cars 1.
Remake, but with people?
You'd want to remake it? That you mean you thought it sucked?
I want to use the original creative team.
Okay.
And I want to change it.
How do you want to? How do you want
How
to
do you
change?
change it?
Cars
And
one.
then we're going to be the voices.
Oh, and you're gonna make me Mater?
No, I'm going to be him, you idiot. You're going to be the red one who dies.
Ian?
Yeah, I've thought a lot about this. I think like me in a sex scene with Helen Mirren,
That's actually
That's
sick
awesome.
as hell. That could be in the horror film.
full frontal.
Yeah,
That's
part of
that's
the horror.
For her or you, or both.
Both?
him.
Both. They just stand and look at the camera.
They're like,
Yeah.
I'm going to change mine. We do a parade.
A parade?
Okay.
I love
And
that.
it's like the electric light parade.
Well, you know-
Plus a bunch of shit.
You know, like in New Orleans, you can like pay for like a parade, right?
Yeah, but I want us to do a parade. There's a
great.
Shayne float, and a Tommy float, an Angela float, an Ian.
and we're on top going,
How
And
much?
then-
How much money does it cost to get a float into the Macy's Day Parade?
Oh.
Oh my God, and
so
Michael
much
Bublé's on singing on top of it. And he's singing Santa Baby.
I thought he was gonna be singing one of our songs.
no, he's singing astrology.
He's going, yeah, to show me that astrology. No, he's singing, it's a Smosh sleepover.
It's a f***ing best.
Or he's singing like that. Me and Chance's Ian and Ann theme musical.
Oh, that'd be good.
That's awesome. All right, our next question. The Lighted Lamp Prince, for Shayne.
Oh.
Which is the best skill you've learned during your years at Smosh?
Whoa.
Oh man.
How to say sorry.
Yeah. How to apologize. Honestly, it's changed. There was a period of time when we were doing Every Blank Ever on the main channel. We were just going through so many scripts. We were filming so much stuff that was all scripted content. My memorization skills got absolutely insane.
That's awesome.
But we haven't done that in a long time. But what I noticed recently that I just kind of didn't clock it until after we'd done it for so long is through reading Reddit stories, I'm reading so much and I'm reading it out loud.
Yeah.
That when we finally were doing ad reads and I'm reading off a teleprompter, I'm like, oh, this would have been a real big challenge for me a lot longer ago. And then honestly also Smosh Mouth, I resonated with it when you roasted me forever ago saying like, Shayne's gonna be hosting a podcast so he can learn how to hold a normal conversation. And I remember being like, yeah, no, I feel like that's true. And then honestly, over time, I'm like, my conversation skills I think have gotten better.
For sure.
I'm good at going like, oh, what's the next step of this conversation? How do we like elevate this? How do we keep this moving?
How do I fit a Raycon ad into this conversation?
It's honestly a skill that I have felt get better over time.
That's awesome.
And it's great to be doing it with Amanda, who's just naturally so good at it. But
I think you're pretty naturally good at it too. But like it's to get better at anything, even if you're naturally okay at it.
Totally.
This one's for Ian.
Oh no.
Fluffy Unicorn 77 says, did Ian expect Smosh to reach 20 years?
No. What?
No.
I was 16, bro.
I mean, like, probably in the second year of Smosh, we got a business partner, and he was like, what's your 5-year plan? And we were like,
Oh, I get emo when I hear this stuff.
You don't ask a 17-year-old that.
No.
yeah. Well, at that point, I guess we were probably 18.
So to adults.
That's the
Yeah, to very adults. So I think like that was the first time that we thought like, oh, this could go, a distance. But still like never thought it would reach 20 years. But we never we never had any assumptions of like what the end date was. It was like just keep, moving forward.
going.
Yeah.
What about when you hit
Just keep
10?
going. 10 was cool. We
But
sold.
did you think you would keep going by then?
I mean, I've never had like an idea of like what the end would be. So it was always like, let's just keep it going.
Wow.
Angela, we've got a question for you now from Callum Ritchie, 23. If you could take over the games channel for a day, what would you do?
You're I'm kidding. Sorry, I'm done with that bit. I just, this is good. We roll up our sleeves,
Okay.
Okay.
we take our wallets out,
Oh, yeah, you've talked about this a lot.
and we put fucking money on the table.
Yes.
Okay. So
And
we're
we're
gonna
a casino.
introduce gambling to the masses.
100%.
Yes. Okay.
But don't worry.
We gamble
plenty
in
of
Los
other
Angeles.
content creators already have.
That's what I realized.
No, this
I
is
think
such a good
I think we're the
question.
last. I think we might be the last entertainment property that hasn't promoted gambling.
That's awesome.
Awesome. I'm trying to think. Oh no, I didn't mean like that. I meant it like genuinely.
But you're talking about amongst us, like old school style,
Yeah.
not online gambling. Like you're gonna watch some
Together.
1800s gambling
Yeah.
right here.
Or I think I would do, I know the question was for a day, but I think I would do like a werewolf that takes over a week.
Okay.
And we go to bed. Like a little survivor coded.
Wow.
And we.
So traders.
Cool.
Yeah, so traders. I think I want to play traders with my friends.
We can do that.
Yeah, or I would, oof.
That'd be cool.
Or I would just, girl style Moose Master, just a bunch of avocado toast and Chardonnay, and play Moose Master.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Our next question from Ferret Grapefruit. What's the most difficult video you've ever had to film and why? I think I have an answer.
I think I have an answer.
Do I know your answer?
I don't know. What do you think I'm gonna say? Okay.
Was that difficult or was it just like we'd lost it?
Okay. So there's two parts. The first answer I was gonna say is Charty Party on games. It was a video where, I don't think any of you were in it. It's a complicated game where you get like a chart, like a literal like x-axis, y-axis, and you have to like play against that. And then suddenly everyone forgot how graphs work. And then everyone got really upset. And it was like funny, for sure it was funny, but it was also a little like terrifying for a little bit. Cause it was just kind of like, wait, are we actually upset? And it was very spooky and very fun. But it ended up being fine, obviously. But like, there was just a moment where it was like, yeah, the hardest.
The hardest.
The hardest,
I was
the
in
most
that.
difficult video. It was very difficult, but the video that was the hardest, probably, was the last video of the year.
It was just
last
the timing.
year.
It was just the
It was
timing.
just the timing. Look, it was the last video of the end of the year.
I think we started rolling at maybe 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Yeah.
Everyone's moving in slow motion. The cast, art, camera, everyone's done. Everyone's done. We're like, we gotta get finished with this
We're at this
thing.
point in the holidays where everyone's been holiday partied out.
Yeah, we had already had our
there's
holiday
been
party.
so many things, it's just Christmas.
We're just ready for this to like, we're like, we're all in this together. We're like, come on, we gotta get this done, okay? And it was like, stand here, no, move over there, let's come back over here, let's push you back out, and then stop 10
Now,
minutes.
get this
turn
slinky
back
on
on,
your
and then
head.
we go,
Put
okay.
the slinky on your head right
Put the
now.
slinky on your head right now, okay, then we're gonna stop, and then we're gonna start back up. It was just a lot of, it was really crazy, and I was just like, empty, not in a bad way, I was just empty.
Yeah.
And then,
It wasn't hard for any reason but it
it
being
was
the last
video
of the year.
and it was hard for everyone.
I've never seen you lose your mind.
I
like
lost
that.
my mind. I had a mental breakdown, and I just started laughing.
What are
What?
you guys
Is it the hair in the back?
No.
We're all breaking.
I'm just laughing now.
There's something so funny about being an adult human, being really tired and trying to get an Oreo off your forehead.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's like, I just need a week off. And it's like, everyone's like, so
And you're
I
like-
just had like, yeah.
You're so
I just,
close, and you know that as soon as you stop laughing, we can like get it done with,
Yes.
but you can't
so I'm just
stop
like,
laughing.
I'm like, just keep going, it's fine. Anyway, it's crazy. And then when I watch that clip, I am absolutely terrified because I can tell that I am like mentally unwell in that video.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
that's my answer. Anyone else?
good job.
Wow. I would oddly say for some days, like on long shoot days, Smosh Mouth can be, because if we shoot Smosh Mouth at the end of the day, I'm tired and we're all exhausted. But what sucks about Smosh Mouth with a podcast is that there's nothing you can really rely on. It's like, oh, we have to now
going.
like
We have to talk.
we have to talk and be entertaining in what we talk about and how we talk about it. And that's a lot when you're tired. See, Challenge Pit, while you can be losing your mind, at least it's like, all right, I'm gonna put this Oreo on my head and I'm gonna try to eat it.
Right,
with
you have
my
an
face.
activity.
Like, that's all I have to do. It's
Right.
okay if I can't think of a witty thing to say or if I can't think of anything interesting to say. I don't know, I think back on, there were some days where like, Betrayal Legacy could be really tough because it's such a complicated game.
I was gonna
and
say
you
that too.
can't sit there and just like ingest the game and play it as if you're off camera. You have to be entertaining while also deciphering a really hard puzzle.
That changes every time.
And you're also playing a character.
Right.
So there was a lot of layers to it. It was always fun, but there was always that challenge. And yes, sometimes the game was way harder.
Like sometimes we
than
hate this
others.
person. Sometimes we're all working together. Sometimes we're working separately. Sometimes we have bullets. Sometimes there's fire. Like it's
Yeah.
just wild.
Yeah. So that sometimes. But,
That's a good one.
Hell yeah.
yeah.
I think, I mean, I feel like I've answered the same answer before, but I would say probably one of the celebrity prank interviews that I had to do.
Oh yeah, those
Like,
are insane.
The Rock was so, and it's like, once I actually got there to like sitting there in front of him doing the thing, then that's fine, because like I just lock in and I'm here.
Right, it's already happened.
But it's like the hours leading up to it of like, all right, we have to go to the Four Seasons in Beverly Hills. Okay, now we have to wait in the lobby for an hour. Okay, now we're going up to the room and they're gonna set up sound. And this whole time I'm thinking like, I don't wanna do this, I don't wanna do this, I don't wanna do this. Like,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
because it's like terrifying because I know that I'm gonna have to like make an ass out of myself in front of them. And also, I don't know what I'm going to do because I have to do whatever Anthony tells me to do in an earpiece.
Holy shit.
So it's that kind of thing where like the scary part is the anticipation and like knowing like I could just say I don't want to do this.
Right.
And like go home and then be fine. Or I can be a little uncomfortable and do the thing and, you know, at the end of the day, like make entertaining content.
Our next question comes from Blue Eyes Red Lipstick. If you could update your roasts from past funeral roasts or contribute a roast in an episode you weren't a part of, what would you say? Roasts are hard. You got to write them and think about
Wow. Damn.
Or is there something you want to roast someone about that you haven't roasted them about before?
It'd be fun to go back and like, because there were some roasts where Spencer was in it, and I could like probably roast Spencer a lot harder.
Yeah,
now.
you probably could.
You know, so many things have changed over the years that there's a lot more ammunition. So sure, I would add new things or change things up, get more specific in
Yeah.
fun ways. But I don't know, that's hard to think about.
I feel like I'd probably just like call Chance gay.
Bro,
And that would be
Solid.
sick. That would be
yeah, dude.
really cool.
that's good.
I hate that I laughed at that. Cut my laugh out.
All right, our next question. Magic Man 432. Do y'all feel like your approach to improv, sketch, or even comedy in general has shifted or changed since joining Smosh? I don't know if it's about my approach per se. Coming up to Smosh, I was doing a lot of like long form improv, which long form improv is where you and a scene partner like build a scene together, and it's like 3 minutes, 4 minutes before it gets like cut. or moved or develops or whatever. Try not to laugh is like, you have 30 seconds to do and that's short form improv, to do like a bit. And I am bad at short form improv, or at least I used to be. I'm okay at it now, I guess, from doing it here and learning it here. So that was something where I had to I had to take my neurons and fix them so that I could do short form improv. But now that we're doing our groundlings workshops where we're learning a little bit more about that, it feels good to do long form improv again, because I'm like, this is what my brain is founded upon. So it feels really good. But yeah, I developed a skill that I used to not like into something that I do like a lot now.
I think I'm just more getting used to as coming in and not doing a lot of sketch stuff at the jump and just doing like games and pit stuff. Just like finding my voice just as myself. I'm like an actor and I like characters. And when I do comedy, I do a lot of just characters. So I think just coming here, I have found so much of just like having fun as myself and that being at all like performative or presentational, but as being true and authentic is a whole new ball game for me. That is now not new. It now feels familiar to me, which is wild because that was never something I had done before here.
I'm the same way, where it's like disappear into a character, because like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
But like having to be just you is crazy. But yeah, we learned how to do it.
Yeah.
I relate to that, and for the first few years at Smosh, even in our personality content similar to this, it was a lot shorter back then. You know, we're doing like 15-minute videos max.
What?
So it was easier. I was kind of always a character. Like, I was known for years as like, oh, Shayne is the one who screams. I'm the one who's yelling. I'm like loud and I'm crazy. It was very much a heightened version of myself to an extreme level. I've noticed in these past couple of years we're doing such longer content, you can't do that.
Yeah.
That I have gotten more comfortable in myself. I think another thing that I used to think there was no world where I would have ever done it is any form of hosting. I'd have thought, no way I could ever do that. That's not in my skill set. I'm way too awkward. I'm not able. And now I feel like it's probably the thing I feel very strong about.
Yeah, you're great.
So.
Our next question comes from Carrie Ann Grace, 24.
No more grapes. Sorry, keep going.
No more grapes.
Oh yeah, I went kind of grape crazy.
You're supposed to say like last grape, anyone want it?
No, I don't.
No. This is his channel, bud.
When it comes to grapes, I don't share.
Copy. Okay, what's your question?
Huge. This is from Carrie Ann Grace, 24. What's the weirdest rumor you've seen about yourself online?
Whoa.
Gosh, you probably have a bunch.
Oh man.
I don't think I have one.
There's a lot of online stuff about me not liking someone else at Smosh. I love everyone.
That shit always happens and it's always funny to me.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you
I
think?
can tell they're probably upset with
Yeah.
it.
I'm gonna guess that Tommy doesn't like Chance.
Yeah.
I'm like, I love that guy. Like,
Or any-
Tommy
Yeah.
didn't laugh at that one joke he said.
He must
I'm pretty
hate
sure
him.
they hate each
Yeah.
other.
right.
Or anytime anyone thinks I'm offended by something, I'm just doing that because it's funny.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, of course I mean it, but I'm not actually gonna take it like that.
right.
All the like kind of interpersonal rumors, I always just kind of laugh those off. But the funny ones are when they like, because we love to trash talk, we love to like build up like in games videos, we know it's like, okay, we're gonna make this entertaining, like we're gonna lean in. And I know there are viewers who like take it all so seriously, and I'm like, that's kind of awesome. Like, you think we're actually mad at each other right now.
Yeah.
But when we yell cut, no matter what, we're laughing our asses off.
Yeah.
Because there were some people, most were laughing, right? 99% are laughing. But like with like the Mater clip,
Yeah, people thought you were bullying me.
people really were like,
Yeah.
I can't believe he did that to Angela. You're gonna stand here in front of cameras and say that you love Mater? Go ahead.
Oh my God. Oh no. Oh no. The gauntlet.
No.
Oh my God.
I don't know what Angela's feeling, but I'm on her side.
Oh my God, Shayne.
What's wrong with me?
And like, I think some people probably realize this. I'm pointing because I'm laughing at your performance. I'm going, oh my God.
And
like,
I'm crying more because he's laughing.
yeah,
Right,
or like
and I'm like,
making
oh my
each
God,
other
this is
laugh.
making
You're
him laugh.
volleying each other, yeah.
But the rumors that are ridiculous to me are whenever fans get into the technical, into understanding our production.
Oh, they're like,
Those
Then I'm
those are
like,
insane.
then I'm like, okay, buddy, stop. I
Those
remember.
never
They're like,
make
there's
sense.
no way they would do that because they only film 2 weeks out of a year, and then it's like,
Yeah, so like they will often be like, why can't they just film like on this day, or why can't they just do that? My favorite was over Christmas break, we released a bunch of compilations because, we take a break and stuff takes a lot. And especially the editing process is like the majority of the time that things take. And I saw someone at one point be like upset that there was compilations, and they literally go, well, they don't they just have a backlog of videos? And I'm like, what? Like we just have 50 videos ready to go. It's like, no, we're releasing as fast as we can.
We're not like a fucking candy bar company. Like,
Right. If we were gonna do that, we'd have to stop releasing stuff for like 3 or 4 months or
Or like when you're at a
something.
store and you're like, do you have this in a medium? She's like, I'll check in the back.
Right. It's like there's no back.
Do you have like another
Yeah.
I
No
need it
back.
to quench me until I...
Right.
Okay.
I mean, those are very rare. The majority of the comments are chill. And
Those tickle me though. I'm always like,
I think it's
you know
hilarious.
what's going on.
Yeah.
All right. We've got a very fun question here. This is from Ultra Blue 123. This says, I feel like the obvious one is Smosh Summer Games return.
I mean, maybe this is the alcohol speaking,
Right.
But it is 20 years. It has
Right.
like it would be. I mean, I guess that would be good timing for it to come back.
Yeah, I
on the
guess if we
anniversary.
were to do it, it'd be smart to do it this year, but
Not saying it's gonna happen, but
Yeah, like...
Yeah, no promises.
no promises. It's a lot of
It's a lot of work.
yeah.
It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, like, what even is it,
Because you never did one.
You never did one. You don't know what it's like.
Never clicked on it once.
You know what's actually wild is most of our cast wasn't ever in it.
right.
Isn't that trippy to think about?
I was in one
It's
challenge.
crazy.
A
You
man-
were in one challenge?
Olivia was out of town or something, and so I had to replace her for the paintball challenge. And
Paintball?
So I got
yeah.
paintballed.
You guys played paintball?
Holy shit, I
Yes.
think the majority of our cast has never done Smosh Summer Games. Because Spencer was never on a team. You were never on a team. Arasha,
Trevor?
Amanda, Chance, Trevor, you. That's trippy.
So we
It's just
couldn't.
what, you and Courtney and Ian?
And
Anthony?
Keith and Olivia and
Keith
Noah.
and Noah, yeah.
We
wow.
And Anthony.
We could never.
Anthony was in some.
Anthony was in some in the beginning, but some of them you guys were kind of like
That
more.
was one of them was we that was bad.
We could never.
When we watched
We could never do summer games. We could never bring it back.
All right, and our last question is for Ian.
the last one is just for me.
That's right.
So they guys go home early?
Bye. From Sassafras 680. Ian, after 20 years of Smosh, what was the most rewarding moment and why?
No.
How am I supposed to choose one?
You can pick like a
Moment.
couple. You can pick a couple.
I think it is like us coming back with Anthony, like because I don't know, guys. Like I fucking told y'all, all right? I told y'all. I believed in Smosh since day one. Okay, bad shit happened, and I was like, no, Smosh is gonna keep going. Smosh is gonna keep going.
Cut to some month in 2022, and Ian's like, "This shit's
Yeah.
we're so screwed."
Oh, I mean, I definitely said that behind closed doors.
Right.
But still, I believed that in some way it was gonna keep going. And like, there were some real rough times, and you guys were there to witness some of them. You know, it's just like this, I mean, like the whole kind of like Anthony coming back and this, and like some of the fans have said it as like, this feels like a golden era for Smosh. And
Do you feel that way?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I do too. It does.
In the
feel
times
great.
I've worked here, this has been the work itself. It feels so rewarding. It feels like
Absolutely.
we're
Yeah.
firing on all cylinders.
It feels, yeah.
Because there's been times where I felt like we were making incredible content,
Yeah.
and it just
one was
wasn't. Nobody was watching it, and it was like, we're trying to keep this thing afloat.
Right.
And then there was times where things were afloat, but I did not feel necessarily great about the
Absolutely
Yeah.
that. Yep.
Yeah.
So it's a combo of everything.
Now it's both.
just
Yeah, you would
everything,
say
yeah.
if we were in the golden era, why not do something like Summer Games?
Yeah, Angela.
We could never. Sorry.
Yeah.
Garnier Fructis.
But I mean, like,
This was one of my favorite cocktails I've ever had.
it's really good.
Thank you so much. I
Solid.
appreciate it. I did finish mine earlier because I'm like, my darling.
You should eat your cherry though.
I don't want to fish it out with my fingers, but I will. And that has been our late night Q&A. I hope we answered the questions you wanted answered. If you want to ask us questions, go to our Reddit at r/Smosh and plop them out over there.
Ew.
Oh, you didn't like plop?
No.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
okay. We love you so much and we will see you next time. Goodbye, we love you, goodbye. But the sound of the ice is fun.
The nastiness and the rumors.
The rumors. What's the second one?
The rumors are
The
true.
nastiness.
The rumors, the nastiness.
The nastiness.
I can't wait for all of us to drive.